Welcome back to Guinea Something Good Behind the Scenes. Okay, let's get started. So I apologize for the crude quality of the video. As they say on the internet, this video is being shot with a potato instead of an HD camera. And the reason is that the camera I was using was giving me a lot of headaches. I kept starting, and it would say low battery, and I'd swap out the batteries for new AA batteries, and then it would say low battery, and on and on. So a lot of the reason was because I was using like half-charged batteries, but at any rate, I prefer using cameras that can just recharge without using external batteries. So right now I'm using an iPad 2, which doesn't shoot in HD, as you can tell, but it gets the job done, I suppose. So anyway, moving on. What are we going to do this episode? Well, last episode we did 30 minutes of behind-the-scenes action. Yes, and that was fun, but it went on a bit long. I divided it up into 4 segments, really 3 different segments. And, I mean, the introduction shouldn't really count, should it? It's kind of an introduction, not like a segment that you look forward to. But at any rate, each segment turned out to be about 10 minutes long. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I should make each segment its own weekly video. And I don't mean that I'm going to be uploading 3 videos per week for behind the scenes. That would be a lot of work. And the point of these videos is to be extra content, not to take up a lot of time that I should be using on making new animations. So I thought, okay, so each week I will alternate which segment the behind the scenes is using. So for example, this week we'll be doing the comment bag. Next week I'll do the weekly weigh-in, and then the week after that we'll do the behind the scenes look at the process of making a background or whatever it might be. Okay, so without any further ado, and please do not mind the yellowing of the video as it seems is happening. Whoa, that's kind of trippy. It might be because I have this light on right next to the camera. Well, that looks bad, though. Maybe I'll do some effects in After Effects, and you won't notice the yellow or something. We'll see. Okay, let's just get right back. Let's get right into the comment bag. Okay, so this week for the comment bag, we're not going to be taking on YouTube videos, YouTube comments, like we did last time. I thought we'd change it up a bit and take on comments from the site Newgrounds. Now, if you're not familiar, newgrounds.com is a portal for, used to be Flash animations, now it's any kind of animations, and it's a great portal to find up-and-coming independent artists, animators, and the like. So yes, every time I make a new animation, I post it on multiple sites. YouTube, of course, is one of them. Newgrounds is one of them. DeviantArt is one of them. Facebook is one of them. So, you know, feel free to join up with any of the social media that we're using. But Newgrounds is a big one, and frequently will be featured on the front page, and I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you, Tom, for frequently putting us on the front page. It really means a lot to me. So this week we will be looking at the comments from Newgrounds. Specifically, I'm going to look at the comments from the previous animation, Half Off Haircuts. Now, if you haven't seen Half Off Haircuts, you can watch it here. Click this little thing here. Okay. It's about 30 seconds long, so, feel free to check it out. And let's jump in. I'm going to try to read all the comments from Newgrounds on half-off haircuts. Okay, let's get started. So the very first comment was from RatNick 8000. RatNick 8000 gave us a full 5 out of 5 stars. So thanks a lot, RatNick. That's very cool. RatNick 8000 writes, I like the humor. Less than 3. Oh, that's a heart. That's a heart. Well, that's cool, RatNick. Thank you. Or RatNick 8000, excuse me. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. All right, let's move right along. Next up, we have BlackKidSudra 42. Whatever, 42. They write, a funny take on an old sales tactic. This is related to math, exponential decay, but it really doesn't give much to do with philosophy. Other than that, the animation was good. The audio was good. So, good job. Well, thank you, BlackKidSudra 42. Animation was good, audio was good, good job. Those were very kind comments. You gave us a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So your hang up, you didn't give us the full 5 out of 5. And let's see why you didn't, if we can kind of parse that out from your comment. A funny take. Okay, that's a positive. Related to math. Neutral. It doesn't really give much to do with philosophy. Okay, other than that, the animation was good. So other than that, so what you didn't like about the animation was that it really doesn't give much to do with philosophy. And I think perhaps you were referring to my description in which I said, Guinea Something Good presents the 21st bite-sized short, half-off haircuts, a favorite of math and philosophy enthusiasts. Now, the reason I described it like that is because this is based on a comic strip that went viral, sort of, on multiple site or link-sharing sites like Reddit, Imgur, and whatever, Imager, however you say that, 9gag, various sites, Tumblr even, spread this comic around a lot. And it seemed to be that people liked it because either they knew the mathematical concept of, as you say, exponential decay, something halving over time, but then other people used it as as sort of an example of Zenos Paradox, which is a philosophical concept. In fact, I got numerous tweets that said that their philosophy professors actually used this comic strip as to explain Zenos Paradox. So I have to debate you a little bit on your claim that it really doesn't give much to do with philosophy. If philosophy professors are using it in their courses, I'm just saying it might, Zenos Paradox, that's all I'm saying, Zenos Paradox. Now, maybe you weren't aware of that, that's fine. I wish you would have given us that 1.5 star. It kills me inside that you didn't do that because you didn't think it had to do with philosophy. Now, I don't want to get hung up on this review here, but even if it didn't have to do with philosophy and I said it did, is that really enough to knock us down 1.5 stars? I mean, come on. You thought the animation was good, the audio was good, so good job, and you're going to knock us down 1.5 stars because the description said it had to do with philosophy and you didn't agree with that? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't agree with your scoring system necessarily, and I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it. But it's a free country. You're free to score us any way you like. And even though you're totally wrong, I'll accept your 3.5 stars out of 5. Okay, let's move on. We're moving on to 09C Ventos. 09C Ventos writes, heh, makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Good. I'm glad it makes sense. Kind of hoping it would be, funny, maybe. Amusing. Interesting. Well made. But, makes sense. At least it's not nonsensical. Let's see what you gave us. Whoa, 4.5 stars. Okay. Well, you have a very different scoring system than BlackKidSudra 42, don't you? 09C Ventos. You, according to your comment, if we're just going to go by comment here, making sense is enough to give it 4.5 stars. So I have to hand it to you. You are a lot more gracious and a lot more giving than some previous reviewers. So thank you, 09C Ventos. Let's move on. Next up we have Dr. Kitsune. What's with this Kitsune craze? We had BlackKidSudra 42, and now we have Dr. Kitsune. Is that some kind of... is that something bad? Is that some kind of reference to something bad? Oh, Kitsune is the Japanese word for fox. Okay, so you're just a fan of Japanese foxes. Okay, well, let's see what this other Kitsune has to say. Dr. Kitsune says, "This is awesome. Hands down one of the funniest animations you have done to date. I love GSG so much." Wow. Thanks, Dr. Kitsune. I kind of prefer you. I prefer your Kitsune to the other one, to be honest. What score did you give us? 5 out of 5. You are the better Kitsune, I have to say. Sorry to the other Kitsune, but this Kitsune really kind of takes the cake. I bow to you, Dr. Kitsune. You truly are the doctor of reviewers so far. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's move forward. Dredmore writes, "As always, makes me chuckle inside. I'm quite positive this guinea pig, Sid, got into this loop just because he decided he only want to pay half of the money to get a free cut." I'm quite positive this guinea pig got into this loop just because he decided he only wanted to pay half of the money to get a free cut. Oh, that's an interesting interpretation, Dredmore. Hadn't thought of it that way. So you think that he paid half of the money to get a free cut, and so he only got half shaved because of his decision to pay half, not because of the sign saying half off haircuts. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if I agree with your interpretation, but I appreciate your outlook on this. Let's see what you gave us. Oh, 4.5 out of 5 stars. So I'll take it. If you're going to give us 4.5 out of 5, I'll take it. Whatever your interpretation is. Thank you, Dredmore. All right, going forward. Let's keep going. Nevito writes, "I love guinea pigs and capybaras." And I responded to this guy and I said, yes, guinea pigs are awesome. Capybaras kind of freak me out though. It's like a mix between a horse and a guinea pig. And I do agree with my comment there. Capybaras, I'm kind of warming up to them, but they do kind of freak me out. They're a little bit too horse-like for my tastes necessarily. But thanks for the review. I'm glad you like guinea pigs, and you gave us 5 out of 5. So I guess it's just enough that I have guinea pigs in an animation to get a 5 out of 5 stars. So thank you, Navito. Okay. Next review. Oh, I skipped a review. Okay. Here's the review that I skipped to get to Navito. Magma 45. Magma 45 writes, "That's a great illustration of the concept, man. According to Zeno and my calculus class, though, he will not ever get a complete shave." Yeah, I think that was the joke. But thank you for saying it's a great illustration of the concept. And interesting, so to Zeno and your calculus class, so Zeno must be taught in calculus as well. Maybe that was the math philosophical confusion earlier. There's probably some overlap there. So very cool, man. And you gave us 4 out of 5 stars. So didn't quite hit the 5 out of 5. According to your comment, great illustration of the concept. According to Zeno and my calculus class, though, he will not ever get a complete shave. The only negative I can read from your comment is that though, that qualifier where you say, according to Zeno and my calculus class, he will not ever get a complete shave. That is the joke. So I can't see that as a negative. I might be reading too much into that, though. But I don't see any other reason why I'd give it less than 5 out of 5. But you might just have a higher standard. You know, maybe it's good but not great. And I could appreciate that. So I'm just going to go ahead and move ahead. Thank you for the review, Magma 45, and the good 4 out of 5. That's a good score. All right. So much for having a short video. This is going on pretty long, but hey, we're having fun. We're having a good time. So let's keep it rolling. Okay. Next up, we have Sharpnova. Sharpnova writes, at Magma 45. Oh, he's addressing the previous guy there. He says, so embarrassing you had to point out Zeno/calculus class. You were desperate to show off you got the joke. Pathetic. Telling. Embarrassing as bleep. I won't say those dirty words on this behind the scenes video, so I gotcha. He says, from an actual mathematician, LOL, and yes, he will get a complete cut eventually, as mass isn't infinitely divisible. Please amend your video to address this, and apologize profusely. 4 out of 5 stars. Okay, Sharpnova. I have to kind of disagree with you taking another reviewer to task like that. I think he was just enthusiastic that there was a little video about Zeno and calculus. You don't have to call him pathetic, embarrassing. I thought it was appropriate. So that was a little harsh for good old Magma 45. You know, he gave us the same score you did. I don't think, you guys agree on something. You both agree I deserve 4 out of 5 stars. I don't know why I don't deserve that extra star though. But anyway, we won't go there again. Now, as far as the rest of your comment, yes, he will get a complete cut, as mass isn't infinitely divisible. Please amend your video to address this and apologize profusely. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to George Lucas's thing, even if I'm wrong, especially because that would really undermine the joke. So, yeah, the joke is that, mathematically speaking, it would take forever. Not, literally, it's a cartoon with talking guinea pig, getting a haircut. I understand that the joke hinges on the mathematical concept, and you're saying that mathematically speaking, it's not true. So let's just call that a wash. I'm going to move it forward. I will just reprimand you one more time. You didn't need to take Magma 45 to task like that. Man, he wasn't pathetic. He wasn't telling. He wasn't embarrassing as bleep. And I don't even think he was desperate to show off he got the joke. I think he was just giving an informed review and kind of going with what the content of the video was. But, to each their own. If you want to call out other reviewers, go ahead, as long as you give me those sweet 4 out of 5 stars. Next time I would appreciate 5 out of 5, though. I'm just saying. Okay, well, we're moving on. So, moving on to Death of Sun. Now, Death of Sun, I think, is referencing the previous commenter about the capybara. And he says, "You ever seen a Flemish giant? And I hope you'll never stop posting. Stuff is great. XD." And I believe XD represents a, face. Wow, he gave us 5 out of 5. So thanks a lot, Death of Sun. Now, as to your question, have I ever seen a Flemish giant? Well, I'm going to go ahead and look that up right now. Ah! Oh, that's worse than a capybara. Oh, no. Oh, man. I would not want to see a rabbit that size anywhere around me. Yeah, Flemish giant beats out capybara as most horrifying rodent-like creature that I've seen, I think. I'm not sure. I think the fact that it's not like a horse and that it's just a huge rabbit makes me like it even less. So thanks for horrifying me. And thanks for the 5 out of 5. All right. Thanks, Death of Sun. Moving forward. Shadow Writer. He writes, "I like this short animation. And I love Guinea Something Good. But why is this rated so high? There is no reason for this to be front page and receive such high score. It's a 30-second pun joke." Oh, wow. You have quite the opinion there, Shadow Rider. And you gave us a 3 out of 5 stars. Wow. And you even say you love Guinea Something Good. You have a funny way of showing it, Shadow Rider. With 3 out of 5 stars and some harsh words. Man, I like this short animation and I love Guinea Something Good, but why is it rated so high? Well, people like it, Shadow Rider. And if you like Guinea Something Good, maybe you should throw us a couple more stars. I'm just saying, man. There's no reason for this to be front page. Tom's a nice guy. He's front paging us. Give us a boost. Give us a little boost. Guinea Something Good. I'm doing the work, man. Trying to get it out there. But, all right. I'm glad you love Guinea Something Good. And maybe next time you will give us a few more stars and won't be so harsh. But either way, it's a free country. Feel free to rip us a new one next time, too. All right, let's move forward. Dragoon 56th. Dragoon 56th writes, "Love it, and the joke pun was perfect. Only thing that bothered me was the walking animation. It seems as if he glitched forward and back. Is it due to timing is off on my screen? Or is it just me being sketchy or having that eye that can detect bugs on wall faster than Frog can? Otherwise, it was perfect. 4 out of 5 stars." Okay, so you didn't like the walking cycle. I can actually address that specifically. The reason the walking might have seemed a little off was because when Joe places his foot down on the ground, it doesn't actually match up. So like he puts his foot down and then it should stay there as his leg moves forward. And instead it's like he puts his foot down and it kind of slides forward. And the reason that happens is because it's all one continuous shot. And I tried it the like real way, how you'd actually line up the walking cycle, and it just took too long. It took twice as long for him to get where he was going. Made it kind of boring. So I cheated a little. I commend you on your eye that you were able to catch that. But yeah, it looks like you took away a 1.5 stars for that walking cycle. You just didn't like that cheat because you said the joke pun was perfect. Otherwise it was perfect. So you just really didn't like that walking cycle cheat. I don't really know if you'd prefer the animation to be twice as long and just watching a guinea pig walk for a long time. I guess I could have like cheated by cutting. That would be the normal way to do it. Either way, wow, you really like realistic walk cycles, I guess. Well, next time there won't be any reason to do the cheat, so hopefully we'll get that extra 1.5 stars. But thank you, Dragoon 56th. Okay, now we're going to Animax. Animax writes, this joke is so overused. I really like the animation style, though. Huh. I've never seen this joke before. I wrote it by myself a year ago in a comic. Huh. Joke is so overused. It's funny because when it was like going viral on all these different sites, I didn't see one person say it was overused or that they'd ever seen it before. What do you have to say about that, Animax? Huh? Is it so overused now? Yeah, didn't think so. Huh. Yeah, and you took off 2 stars for that, huh? 3 out of 5 stars. 2 stars off because you think the joke was overused. I love the animation style, though, or I really like the animation style, though. Pfft. What a joke. Yeah, you're the overused joke. What do you think about that? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Animax. You're free to have your opinion. If you've heard the joke before, then what can I say? Then you heard the joke before. So next time, hopefully you won't have heard the joke before, and you'll give us those full 5 out of 5. We'll see. Okay, the final review. The final review comes from One Sky, One Heart. One Sky, One Heart writes, another day in Guinea Land, another commentary on the absurdity of life. I've seen you other vids, and they always raise a smile. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Thanks, One Sky, One Heart. I appreciate the high score, and I appreciate that you've been following our videos and that they always raise a smile. I assume the 0.5 star was knocked off because they don't raise a laugh, which, is kind of the goal of these, is to raise a laugh, not just a smile. But fair enough. We all get tickled by different things. And hey, even if I can raise a smile and get those sweet 4.5 out of 5 stars, that's all I ask for. All right, so that's the end of Comment Bag. Thanks for everyone who wrote in and gave us their reviews, and thanks for all the scores, even the guys who did 3 out of 5. You know what? I thank you too, because not anyone did any lower than that. So the worst thought we were adequate, and I can't really complain about that, can I? And I'm sorry if I went off on any of you and you got your feelings hurt. This is all in good fun. I appreciate everyone has their own little opinions. I didn't mean to condescend by calling them little opinions. Everyone has their fully sized opinions, and fully formed opinions, and you're free to express those and let us know what you objectively, subjectively really think about the quality of my work. But even if you hate it, next time I would appreciate 5 out of 5 stars. Just saying. Okay, so that's the end of comment bag. And next week we will do the weekly weigh-in. I doubt it will be 30-minute video like this one is. This is kind of crazy that we went on this long. But yes, next week we will make up for it by having a shorter video and then probably a 10-minute video for the sort of behind-the-scenes look the week after that. So thanks for stopping in. And until next time, bye-bye.